mistake makers. I'm Ryan Hawk, founder and CEO of Nighthawk Deliveries. We are a late night alcohol delivery company. Think pizza delivery, but booze at 2 a.m. And I'm here with a good friend, Michael Dial.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael Dial, music producer, social media consultant, and events organizer. What was I thinking? Now, do you think, like, with your business, where you're at with business and whatnot, and maybe the connective dots that you might want, do you think there's like a mentor missing in some form, or would you like a mentor? What's your thoughts on mentorship?
Mentorship as like general or for me?
For you, yeah.
Yes, definitely. But I'm also now ready for it. I did have a mentor.
Yeah.
There are mentorship programs that you get like bursaries from the government or like paid by the government. X amount, the business puts in this, and then the government puts in X amount, and you've got mentorship hours. So I had a really good guy, but it was really early days.
I remember you used to meet him and like see him for like 30 minutes at a time? Was it
something like that. Yeah, 30 minutes. It was always kind of go on a little bit longer than that, but all the minutes were tracked and clocked and deducted from kind of what I had paid for. And good ideas, but I wasn't in the place then that I maybe understood what he was trying to get at, even though it wasn't something I couldn't comprehend. I didn't know it on that deeper level yet. And for me, it was just a waste of money then. Then. Now, when you're kind of, you've had all this time to kind of really understand your weaknesses, and it's, you have to realize that there are levels you'll never get to without being pulled up to it. It doesn't matter how many books you read or Audible things or networking, or there are things that you're going to acquire in terms of knowledge, but there's levels that you need to be pulled up to. And mentorship, and good mentorship, I think, does that. However, this is the big however. If you're a business, small or otherwise, you start to look at things always as a return on investment. So what is a mentorship going to cost me, and what is it going to make me? And obviously the right mentorship will make you potentially millions. The wrong mentorship will con you out of everything you've got. And that's the danger of mentorship as a profession right now, is you've got a lot of assholes that think they know it all, and they can give you the kind of rhetoric, and the things you want to hear. And maybe they've got a following, or they've got a social media, or they're into network marketing, or shit like that. And you go, okay, this guy's always successful, and then he tells you some bullshit thing that doesn't make sense, or doesn't work in your industry, or is not specific enough, where it's like, well, how about you tell me exactly what the fuck to do, because I'm paying you £500 for X amount of minutes. I don't want to hear broad theories. Give me an exact thing to do. Tell me what to do tomorrow. Tell me who to talk to, or set up this account, or I don't know, like that kind of thing. That's the problem, is that it's a lot of con. It's a lot of con. But if you get it right, it's a game changer.
Invaluable. I had an idea, because we're doing this podcasty thing, and then obviously slightly outside of the point we press record, we share ideas, we talk about, offload this, that and the other. I was like, could we do like a sort of cross mentorship between each other? In a sense, we was talking today about my business idea potentially being a cross between consultancy / agency. your business is alcohol delivery. Fine, I've worked in your business, but
Yeah.
I don't know about your business to where it's at today. Like all the logistical stuff is like, wow, that's new to me. But in terms of what you want to do, maybe for the next month to 2 months, and what I want to do for the next month to 2 months, neither of us really know what we want to do in each of our businesses. If we share some of our major goals, maybe it could help to have either of us being on each other's backs, like checking in, like every week or every 2 weeks, to be like, oh yeah, you wanted to meet an investor. What have you done in the past 2 weeks to make that happen? And then we meet up and see what you've done. I try and lead you or push you a little bit in that direction that you want to achieve.
Are we offering resources? Not in terms of kind of capital or anything like that. I mean, I'm not adverse to that either. But are we actively helping each other, or is it purely as in kind of a making sure that you're on track and
Initially, what I was thinking is making sure you're on track. Reason for that is because there's no promises made. Of resources, of connections made, or anything. So potentially there's no real effort being made to just like make sure you're hitting your targets. It's more a case, if for the past 3 months each of us look at what we've been doing and we're not fully satisfied with where we've come to at this point, maybe we need a fortnightly or weekly kick up the bum. Just having that extra person who we know is like gonna sort of judge what we've done and be like, yo, you didn't set up the meeting. For that person that you met last week in that networking party, you didn't meet them, or you didn't email them.
Do you respond to that?
Do I respond? I don't like it. You see, like if I was to say to you, oh, I want a website, I want to create my website and I would like it up and running, 1st or 2nd of September. And, you say, okay, cool, we'll reconvene on 1st of September. And we do. And you're like, okay, have you done it? And I'm like, no. And you say, why? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like, because I didn't really have time, my job was getting in the way. And you're going to be like, you're going to take me through why that is not a good enough excuse. I will not like that. I will not like that in the sense, hopefully right now, temperament-wise, I would not like the fact that I didn't meet that expectation. I will not like that for the fact that I didn't do it. I've got an audience now. So I need to get on it because you're making me self-conscious about maybe not working hard enough, not working smart enough. And that's where the idea of it, like this kind of semi-mentorship, but it's like a peer. We're peers. We're not, neither of us, okay, you're 10 years in business, so you've got that in your locker.
I'm 10 years older as well.
Yeah, that too. You've got that, but apart from that, we're still finding our way in our fields. We've still done a certain amount of achieving and succeeding, but neither of us are satisfied with where we're at. So there's not a case of, oh, come to me, I'm an expert, I'll mentor you.
I thought of this. I know for myself that my drive comes in short bursts, and sometimes it takes and it's few and I shouldn't say few and far between. Maybe it is few and far between. Few enough for my liking, anyways. But I find that it's not until I'm challenged or my back's up against the wall that I really fight back. That's maybe it's just my nature is kind of reactive instead of proactive. And so maybe you having you push against me and challenge me will cause that reaction. You'll become that kind of, all right, it's a challenge because I have a point where if I'm unhappy or discontent my situation, I can stay there. But if I'm put there by someone else or a circumstance that looks kind of insurmountable, is that a word? Unsurmountable? Insurmountable.
Yeah,
I think so.
Something like that.
Something like that. Then I have a real fuck you attitude. Then I say, okay, now you're going to see what I'm capable of. You know. And maybe that's part of that challenge as a mentor, but as a peer, I mean.
So maybe we can dub it like PEERTOR.
PEERTOR. I'm not sure.
What do you think?
I'm not sure, because the mentor that I had and the mentors that I've kind of been aware of, or that have advertised to me or whatever, weren't hard asses. You know, they were very encouraging.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that works for me. Okay. I think it's like
you like it rough.
It's like rough, dry and rough. Slap me in the face all the time.
Yeah, I could do that.
So
you like the rough treatment, basically, from your mentor / PEERTOR.
Yeah. So I think so. I think if it's too kind of nurturing and kind of and nice,
cajole, persuade you.
Yeah. I don't know. Coerce you. Well,
you don't like to be coerced softly.
Well, I don't like to be coerced at all. And at the same time, I don't want to be. I don't want to get my balls stepped on. We're not looking at humiliation. Like you're a worthless failure.
Yeah.
Because I don't respond to that.
Yeah.
It's a doorbell.
Oh, we've got a visitor. Well, that was a pizza delivery guy that interrupted us. But so it was a PEERTORship because none of us are like gazillionaires who can look down upon and be like, yo, I will teach you the way, my prodigy.
We need to think of it. I'm not sure if I like that PEERTORship. Man on man?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it's something that just flashed in my head maybe about 2 days ago. No, not 2 days ago, when I messaged you.
Okay.
Yeah. In doing that, if you agree to it, is we don't need to divulge the ins and outs of, let's say, the issues in our business, whether it's lack of capital. I've only got £500, man.
Yeah.
We don't need to divulge everything, but it's more about what do you want to achieve for the next month, 2 months, and I would say it's a trial period thing. Say a trial period.
So let me turn the question back on you.
Okay.
Then.
All right.
What do you think about mentorship and what do you expect from a mentor?
Me, well, I would say mentally, it's like I don't feel I like the. I've never taken to the idea of a direct mentor. Is it
authority? Or is it just like?
It's just the idea of it. Okay. Like, can you be my mentor? That's traditionally, mentally, I've not taken to it.
Right. But
funnily enough, in recent times, I would say like a year and a half, I have thought of almost every different interaction I have as an opportunity to be mentored.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this longer. I just realized this is what I'm doing. In learning from anyone of any age, is if I ask you a question, it's obviously because you know something more than I do, at least about that subject that I'm asking you about. So the moment you impart your knowledge, I'm being mentored.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit. Any person I have like a decent conversation with and they're more knowledgeable about whatever it is we're talking about, and I feel kind of motivated, inspired, I think I've just been mentored.
Yeah.
So
That's true. That's true.
I've somehow been mentored like consciously by almost every interaction I have. It's just I'm trying to be conscious and aware of some of the lessons from that conversation that people are saying.
Yeah.
So I'm quite open to mentorship in a whole different way. So it's like maybe it's the label mentor.
Well, then, because then you have very closely related life coach,
Yeah.
which I'm not sure is the same thing.
Funnily enough, I got introduced to a life coach for, people in the creative field. And, we got introduced by email, said hello, blah, 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 made the appointment for the next couple days later. And I called her and I got life coached for, that consultation, 30 to 40 minutes it was.
Yeah. How do you differentiate between life coach and a mentor? I mean, do you think as a mentor is specific to your industry and has knowledge of your industry, or business in general, or a life coach is more about kind of internal motivation and life choices and
I think the two can cross into each other because I think
they have to.
Yeah, because a mentor's going to look at what, are you single? You got married? Are you married? How are you working? And then he's going to see how you can balance. He or she will see how you can balance all of that with building your business. Okay. A life coach is definitely going to look into that. And the life coach I spoke to was quite specific as well. It wasn't a broad life coach. She was more based on people who create. So whether you're an artist, whether you're a painter, whether you're a musician, it was for people who work in the creative field. So it was about actually helping you in your career within the creative field, and then how you can become more effective, more organized, which obviously includes the rest of your life. So it was still kind of mentorship. If I continue talking to her, I'm being mentored.
Oh, of course.
Because she's from the music industry.
She wasn't just listening and encouraging. She had advice.
She had advice.
Advice
that I basically took on board straight away. That day, I changed everything up.
So in terms of your idea, your proposition, are we going to give each other things to do? Are we going to give each other homework? Or are we just going to state our goals and then keep on top of each other?
Yeah, I think, because I haven't thought everything through, because first of all, I wanted to just put that idea to you. And the idea is really, it's about you. Like, let's say I'm your PEERTOR or mentor, and you're my mentor, whatever. You tell me what you want to achieve. Remember, this is for now just a trial period.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're saying like in the month.
Yeah, in a month.
Okay.
Just some simple goals that you probably already have. Goals that you can do within a month, but for some reason it's taken you 3 months and you still haven't done it. Put it down on paper.
I've got things that have taken a year and I still haven't done it.
Exactly. So it's like, basically it's a way of eliminating that from happening furthermore. So maybe the missing thing is the lack of mentor, or a lack of that coach, like that person that sees what you want to achieve, and it's like, you're not pushing yourself, like you haven't pushed yourself so far. Me being on your back, man, are you going to that meeting? Have you set up that appointment to get that thing done?
Yeah.
If you say no, then it's like, can you make it, please? Like, because you want to achieve that. It's not that I believe you want to, you should achieve it. You want to achieve it. So the first steps is you want to make that appointment.
Yeah.
And then I'll just check up on you whether you've done it, and you're like, yeah, I've done it. Like, I don't know about you. I don't really want to wait till you tell me.
No, that's
have
part,
you
that's,
done it?
That's part of the motivation.
Yeah.
Part of the motivation.
Yeah. So it's more a case.
I'm trying to think of how to build on this.
The thing, I'm like, that's why I left it at that. The initial spark. So let me bring the initial spark, an idea to you. So if you like it, you can add to it.
Yeah.
and then we could be like, okay, boom, that's the model. Let's just either do it or not do it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would
I'm
say,
up for it. I mean,
oh, you're up for it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Ryan said yes.
check back in a month.
Yeah, and we should be gazillionaires.
Well, I won't have done anything.
Yeah, then I would have failed as a mentor. Then
Yeah.
that's the other thing.
It's a difficult question though.
Yeah.
I mean, now my mind is kind of running with how this works in terms of a process and how we measure it, and are there things that we can set up as procedures during, so that you can track. It's almost like if you've got a fitness program and you start with kind of 3 push-ups and you're tracking kind of whatever, but so by the end of it, you can see that you went from 3 to 20, something like that. Is there a way to do that for this?
Yeah, we want something measurable. I'm not sure whether...
Do you want some more whiskey?
No, cool, thanks. I'm not sure whether you'll find it too simplistic, where it's like, initially you write your goals, like what you want to achieve for the next 4 weeks. Yeah. I would say like maybe keep it to about 3 to maximum 4 goals. Like like major goals that you want to achieve in about 3 to 4 weeks.
I'd probably say 2 to 3. Yeah,
2 to 3, no more than 4 basically. One of those goals should be quite sizable, quite big, a bit chunky, and the others important as well, but should be doable between the both of us or whatever. But basically it's really down to you. What are the steps to achieve each goal? It could be 1 or 2 steps. I just need to call the lawyer to write up a contract that I haven't done from last month. It could be just that 1 step, but for some reason been procrastinating over it or whatnot. So write the steps. It could be 2 or 3 steps to achieve each goal. Yeah. So we've got the steps laid out. That means as the mentor, you know which step to be on your case for. In for each goal.
Do you want to use technology for this?
I don't think it's necessary. It could be done, but I'm not sure if it's necessary. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know. I just think it's a cross-off thing.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm not sure if you think it's... The reason I say this is because it's a trial period for now.
Yeah.
If after a month we don't like it, that's basically what it will boil down to.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to do this. Yeah. For whatever reason, maybe we're too much of friends to kind of be on each other's back. I need a stranger like to be a mentor or something like that. So I'll say keep it simple for that trial period. Okay. And then we can really elaborate it.
Well, or at least maybe we've proven that we respond to it. Yeah. But that I don't know your industry enough. Yeah. You don't know my industry enough. Yeah. But we both realize that we could use a mentor in our own industry. Yeah. It's more the case of is it useful for us? The reason that's my thing is just because I was looking at the fact, I'm trying to create a logo for my company, and I've got a graphic designer working on it, so I kind of have to be on his back. Yes. Yeah. Like. Oh yeah, but designers are terrible. They're the worst people in the world. So this is the first time I'm dealing with a designer. Oh God. Who's not a partner. See, you should have came to me first. Exactly. So, but I've got other things. Going on, and then I have to summon the motivation to still be on that person's back. So it's like, if I was to tell you, I want to complete that logo by the end of this month, you would be on my back to be on the back of the designer. Okay. Rather than do you want me to give you advice, or you just want me to say, get on it and let you kind of make your own choices? You can. I think that comes from our, let's say, initial consultations. Okay. Where I believe
we should identify our goals, step to achieve those goals, then identify where we've been slacking.
Right. Okay.
If you know, is it creativity? Is it motivation? Is it consistency? You know your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Let's put it down on paper.
Did he give you a timeline? Did he say, when you kind of first talked to him? Did he say,
I gave him a target time at that time, which was about 3 weeks from the point of contacting him and him agreeing to take it on.
And how was the brief? Did you give him a kind of detailed brief about themes, ideas, colors, shapes?
Not absolute
typeface.
Yeah, not absolutely
Is he
detailed.
creating a logo out of nothing?
No, not out of nothing.
Or did you give him a kind of a general?
I
idea?
had done some rough ideas.
Okay.
Myself.
Yeah. And
sent those over. I said, look, you can change the fonts of the logo, but basically keep the this is the part that's essential, the way the number is slanted, etc. And then I wanted him to also create, because there's stuff about logos when we had our first meeting that he showed me that he understands and I don't. So I'm like, I'm going to give you the space to create something more deeper. So you gave him
kind of a creative license as well.
Yeah, but there was some foundations.
Now, do you think that he has started? Do you think that he's done? Has he shown?
Yeah.
He's shown you things.
Oh yeah.
So he's got back to you with something.
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't need to be sacked.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, because it's actually almost done.
Okay.
I'm using that. It's almost done as in where it's come from.
Right.
Basically, it will get done when I'm happy with it.
Of course.
That's the point. So I still have to be happy with it. I'll tell him to go back to the drawing board until I'm like, yo, let's roll with that.
Yeah.
But there's just something in the back of my head that it's looking at myself, not him. Mm-hmm. That's like, yo, I think I could have been a bit more on the case.
Okay, so if we're going to use this as an example, and maybe this is the first bit of kind of mentorship. If it's close, if you're feeling that you should have been more on the case, sometimes being on the case is really looking at what you've got and clearly identifying intangibles. So go away from, like, take what he's got. If it's in the right direction, I mean, if it's definitely kind of like it's almost there but it's not quite I mean, if it's nowhere near, obviously you have to say
it's getting closer.
I don't like it, let's start from the beginning. But if it's getting close, start using your kind of adjectives. You know, start saying I want this to be dark, mysterious, funny, cheeky, professional, streamlined, serious, laser focused, bubbly. Start using all these kind of words as, and this is what we did with our logo as well. So when I had to get this developed, I said, well, okay, here's the idea kind of the shape and form, and that we have the hawk or whatever, but I want it like Batman, make me a Bruce Wayne looking kind of thing. And then in that kind of clarity, you solve both your problems. You have clarity of what your vision is. He's got clarity as an artist to say, I get it now. Because sometimes it's more than just a font or a shape or a design. Sometimes you have to impart the kind of the idea behind the logo. What does the company need? What is your voice, your identity? And a lot of times that's motivation enough on both sides just to say that's it. And that's what it's worked for us as well. I mean, whenever we have kind of a design, I always have to talk, 25% about the design and 75% about the voice. What I want people to feel when they see it.
Yeah, that's a good tip. It's funny that he gave me what he thought, like, of the name, what it embodies, and I was like, wow, because it's kind of where it's starting from / my goals for it. In a sense.
So you've always got the right name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make the name look it. I mean, that's the thing. Is that
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he's doing a good job. So it's just he definitely needs the prompt, but it's like I could have maybe prompted myself a little bit
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
because it's not like it's been massive.
This is what I say: prompt and add.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to encourage someone, you know, I think you have to do more than just say, "Come on now."
Yeah.
You have to say, "Come on now, have you tried this?
Yeah.
Can you add this?"
Yeah.
You know, so that if you know you're talking to him, you say, "How are we doing? I had a thought. This is let's do cool, fresh, blah blah blah." You know, and then
Yeah, because we've got a meeting tomorrow, so
okay. I encourage you to attend that meeting.
I shall. So
Yeah.
mentorship, peership, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you're on it,
Sure. Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
right? When do you want to start? Like, when do you want to
January 1st.
Yeah, when do you want to start? I mean, right now it's kind of approaching mid-month. I don't know whether you want to approach it like our next meeting in a week's time, which will be middle of the month. We'll
Okay.
go 4 weeks from there, or
Sure. Let's have a plan by next week, and then we'll have a 30-day trial.
yeah. So when you say let's have a plan, what does that mean? Does that mean let's draw up our goals, plans, whatever, to bring to the meeting?
Yeah. Let's have our goals ready, and let's have our and have our approach to mentorship.
Yeah. Right.
Because we might not have or need or want the same approach.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because you touched on what kind of approach you don't respond well to or want, which is softly. And I haven't, so.
yeah. I mean, I
Not that I'm going to start shouting in your face or anything.
I respond to clear direction. So when I talk about kind of tough love, I want to be pointed in the right direction. Broad theories don't concern me. Soft touches and kind of bits of encouragement. I get that enough from my mother. I mean, like that. Well, sometimes. But yeah. So I mean, but we'll see. I mean, like, do your own. I mean, don't do what I want. Do what you want, and see if it works.
Yeah, cool. All right.
That's that.
So yeah. So we're gonna be. What do you want to call it? I'm fine with PEERTORS.
PEERTORS?
Yeah. What, or mentors to each other? Or what? Goal coaches.
It'll come to me.
Alright.
It can't be PEERTORS though. It's
PEERTORS, peer to peer.
PEERTORS. Well, see, that's the thing is that my Canadian brain wants to say PEERTORS. Peters.
That sounds Irish.
Yeah, PEERTORS. It'll come to me. Right now, we're doing a test cross mentorship.
Yeah.
Or a TCM.
What the heck?
Hey, look, there's a squirrel.
Oh yeah. It's got a lot of food in its mouth.
Yeah. Do you know that's a squirrel that displaced the English squirrel?
Yeah.
Well,
And you know
Canadian.
the only time I've seen like what an English squirrel looks like in real life was in Germany.
Oh, really?
You know, small and red.
Yeah.
I've never seen it here.
You ever seen a chipmunk?
Chipmunk.
We get chipmunks in Canada.
No.
Yeah,
Are they
really.
that size, smaller, bigger?
They're smaller than that.
Smaller,
Yeah.